welcome everyone. It's off the cuff. Hoffenheim 1, Liverpool 2. It's happy days. To a point, it's happy days. I'm Gav, I'm your host for tonight. Jonathan is with me, Craig is with me. I think we're all happy. First of all, initial thoughts on the result, Craig?
We won. Gav, it's all over.
That's
we won.
fucking
2-1. Moreno's still brain dead. Mignolet's still shy. Gini Wijnaldum was invisible. But Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander.
Gorgeous,
gorgeous, isn't he?
Beautiful little babo.
I just wish he had more hair, because then I could say his hair is gorgeous.
Jimmy Milner. Where do you start? Where do you start with
At the
the 2-1
beginning.
win? Like, at the beginning, I was shocked with the lineup, to be fair.
Well,
I didn't think Moreno was going to get the nod again.
I thought that he would have went Milner left back, and that would have been the only change. I called for Firmino dropping a bit deeper, Solanke up front, but that was just me being a fucking idiot. Jonathan, were you shocked?
No, because I don't know what Lover or Moreno has done, but that game against Bayern Munich has just totally distorted Klopp's mind. All of a sudden, he's gone from no place to out there being flogged to every club, left, right, and centre, to being a first team starter. And
Grizz had him linked with every club under the sun. There was offers coming in every day. 11
Swansea,
12 million there.
Yeah, but Grizz throws enough shit at the wall. Something will stick.
Someone will stick. Yeah, broken clock is right twice.
Yeah.
And all that.
Well, I think he holds the key to Coutinho staying, and that's why he's in the team. I figured that out while I was having a smoke there 5 minutes ago.
That's a good idea. It's
Yeah.
a good show. If he is there, then by all means, give him a 5-year contract.
I'm telling you, like it's ridiculous. But look, we went in with the same team. I think it was the same bench as Watford. Although I was a little bit surprised, I thought maybe, you know what, he's probably saying fuck you to everyone, and he's just going to say, no, this is my team and I'm going with it. You know, we started okay, but it always looked shaky, didn't it? It always looked shaky.
Every time there was a ball in the box, it was just, they kept pinging diagonal balls into the box. And as you kind of said earlier there as well, it wasn't really the first ball, it was the second ball that just created pandemonium in our box. And from there, like, there was a couple of heart in your mouth moments there. There was a couple of times it was just genuine pandemonium. It's the same again, really. Like, we had enough chances to score 5 or 6 goals there. Some really good attacks. We looked burning on the counter attack.
Yeah.
And probably could have made a lot better use out of a lot of our attacks there as well. We kind of wasted a few opportunities, I thought, but same old at the back. Like, Moreno has a couple of brain farts, Lovren has a couple of brain farts, and he gives away the pen, and then,
It's a Stonewall penalty as well.
Yeah, it is.
Fair play, I mean, you're like.
But not fair penalty.
But he saved it, like, he could have gone the wrong way.
Like, fucking man could have saved it.
Yeah,
to be fair, you have to go the right way. You have to buy a ticket.
But Charlie Adam was sitting at home going, Jesus Christ, that's the heat of me.
Charlie Adam.
No, it's just that penalty.
I'm
Just that fucking penalty.
I'm telling you, David Connolly versus Spain is still the worst penalty.
No, don't talk about that. That was really fucking bad. It's 15 years ago now.
Do you know what we haven't spoken about in a while? Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, he's
gorgeous.
Do you know what? Like, we go to the fourth. The penalty is a Stonewall penalty. The penalty itself is fucking atrocious.
But do you know what's the funniest thing about the penalty is Klopp afterwards in an interview, he was there praising John Ackelberg, saying, "Oh, he told him to stand still. He could have dived to the left and come back and still save it."
If you watch the penalty, right, sometimes you'll hit a penalty with power and the direction isn't great, or you'll hit it with great direction and there's not enough power. This had no power and no fucking direction.
Let me tell you about penalties, Jonathan. We got a penalty masterclass from
this
Dietmar
height, is
one
it?
night.
Yeah.
Just
under the arm level.
Under the arm level. Anything over that.
For any, like, do you know, like, when we met Didi Hamann there, were you there, Gav? I don't think you
I wasn't there.
No,
I wasn't there for when you asked the fucking question.
Oh, right.
Before you get
what
there.
question? Did someone ask a question?
I don't know, but it's about 3 minutes 49 into some sort of fucking video.
Oh, would that be the question I asked Jurgen Klopp? Oh, yeah.
That's one thing that I want.
He's on a pair of pricks.
One thing I do want to comment on about tonight is that ref, and I know we seem to be always being with some fucking altogether.
Do you know what the thing about him was? He was over lenient, I think, to begin with. There was a couple of things where it could have been a yellow and he didn't give it, and then when he started giving it, he just kept going. I don't know how many yellows were in the game, but it seemed to be where you're calling a yellow and it wasn't, and when you didn't think it was yellow, it was. He was all over the shop, like, and there was some, like, literally a crowd would call for something, and he was, oh yeah, we go with that.
Because even the penalty, like, it wasn't him to give it. Like, he pretty much done nothing. It was
but I've no problem with that.
It was a dude behind the goal, but he should have seen that. And you see the angle that he saw, like, it was clear as daylight. Like, the first couple of times when we saw it live, I think we were all like, never a pen.
There was a certain angle that wasn't
from. You look at the angle, like, but that was straight on. That's the angle he had. But like, the one that did it for me was I can't remember who was on the attack in the second half.
Yeah,
Firmino.
For me, it was Bobby, wasn't it? Yeah, he was coming through. Exactly. And there's 3 lads straight through and goal, like 40
and his whistle is going to go.
Couldn't blow quick enough.
Couldn't get it in front quick enough.
No, we couldn't blow quick enough, and any referee worth of salt, literally
It was so obvious.
lets it go 4 or 5 yards and goes, oh, they're on it. You know, the hands are fucking out, whatever the fuck they do.
Klopp
And
always ready
we're
to try
away.
it.
He was,
Yeah, I reckon Klopp could have done some sort of WWE move on him right there and fucking then, and I wouldn't have blamed him. But look, getting it back to the game and the first half, the penalty goes, we get away with it, and Salah has a great chance. It's a second touch going through and goal that pushes him on his right,
Yeah,
and it's weak.
it was unfortunate. All right, you could see as soon as he made the touch, when we seen the replay, you could see his facial expression as if to say, "Oh
no,
fuck him after pushing this out."
Yeah,
And
but even still,
it was a very weak time shot on his right foot.
I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to place it in the corner.
too careful,
I
wasn't
think
he?
he was just trying not to fall over. That's what he was trying
Yeah,
to do.
because
his feet couldn't catch up.
when he goes through, it's the first touch is fine. The second touch pushes him this way, whereas if the second touch pushes him even in a straight line, you know,
he should have went across the defender though, because worst case scenario, he's probably going to pick up a foul. If the defender touches him, it's a foul, and if he doesn't, he's clean through on his left foot.
but Carl from Anything Liverpool was with us tonight.
He was when he was trying to set pyros off.
And
I reckon the guy.
if he sets off Pyros again in the shed, I don't know whether to have a camera or just fuck him out. But
Studio.
It'll be more than his Twitter account.
But no, like in fairness, as soon as he goes through on goal, I was sitting directly opposite Carl, and straight away you could see Carl with his left hand going, "You've gone the wrong way."
I thought it was only me that was waving my hands around.
No, you were just fucking George Hook. Fucking, I don't know what was going on, but like, we'll have to address that. Or just cut you out a fucking shot.
Whole pod itself, was it?
But no, look.
How good were the two boys though up top?
Firmino, you see, Firmino's so underrated by Liverpool fans. It's untrue. You know, he makes a tick.
Get me fucking started. Underrated.
Yeah, he is underrated.
He's so much
by a lot of Liverpool fans. I think he's very underrated.
Not for his fucking finishing.
No, not underrated for finishing. But if you watch the amount of moves we had getting Mane away, it's not even when he doesn't touch the ball. It's the positions he takes to make space.
Just dragging.
He's so intelligent. But when you watch him, he's so intelligent in what he does. Yeah, he misses a good chance at the start of the second half where he should really score. But I thought their keeper was really good because he's out all the time. He's looking to intercept crosses. He's out on top of
strikers. Buy him next year.
You know, but look, we can go around the house.
They're going to be the new Southampton, the German Southampton.
Oh, fucking hell, don't, please.
Do you know what though?
No, we pissed off enough teams.
Chances and stuff. Fucking Dejan Lovren, what does he have to do to score? God love him. He's tried everything. He's hit the bar. He's had them settled over. Keepers have made saves.
He's a really good chance right at the
half time there.
Yeah.
We talked about this. Why can't they do that in our 6-yard box?
Yeah, you see, there's a different mentality when you're attacking and when you're defending.
Is it because he has a run? Is that it?
It might be, and it's a freedom. It's a freedom of being able to move wherever you want.
It's that pressure because you can see there's almost a look of fear among the team when we give away a corner. The whole team seemed to just deject it.
Yeah, but we looked fairly solid, bar one near the end where the fella heads over the top. But look, I'm going to drag it back to the first half, and we have to go on this goal.
Can't go. Have to talk about the run from Mane though.
The run from Mane is phenomenal, and I think he's in on goal. He's definitely in on goal when this happens. But you look, I think it was Jean over the ball. There might be someone else, but Alexander-Arnold just...
I won't lie, in my head straight away I was like, I wish Coutinho was on the pitch here now to stick this, because he has really improved that side of his game.
I had all faith in him. Every faith in him from the second he struggled.
Oh my God,
you're an absolute fucking spoofer.
To be fair though,
what a free kick.
It reminded me of the David Luiz free, not the way it was hit, but you weren't, remember against us, David Luiz caught Mignolet with his pants down. It kind of reminded me of that, as in everybody thought it was going to be Chan, I think, that was standing over the ball, and then
But he sets it out and it comes back. It reminded me a bit of Suarez against Everton.
No, I'm gonna call it the Roberto fucking Carlos free kick. Remember the one that was going out?
I don't think it was that good.
He's the new Roberto Carlos on the right hand side.
That's a massive fucking claim.
If Flanagan
that's you saying that.
Then that's it. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's the new Kyle Walker and everything.
But he seems to have
buyout clause of 120 million by tomorrow morning.
He seems to have that in his locker. I remember him scoring a similar goal for the under-23s. I think it was maybe against United at the time, or I can't actually remember who we were playing again. But he did score a beautiful set piece. So, Jesus, if we can add that to his locker, fantasy football players will be going up and down if we have a defender banging.
Fantasy football? Did you mention?
I did.
Fantasy. We were talking about fantasy football. We'll talk about the Contributors League first. You know, the league that we're all in.
The one that I'm like scraping the bottom.
The
of
one
the
that I'm fucking looking down on you all from a great height like this.
Yeah.
That league.
Yeah, it's week 1.
Yeah, it's a race. It's a marathon.
Guys, we spoke about your fucking team name the other day as well.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed, I'm not going to lie.
No, you see, I've had that for 2 years, and to be honest with you, the only reason I got into that league was because It automatically signed me in. I didn't have to remember anything. I just went on. They went, yeah, you're signed in. I was like, yeah, happy fucking day. But look, we get the half time. We're 1-0. I think we come out really good in the second half. There's some scintillating football. Mane was just
everywhere.
Can anyone get near this fucker?
No.
You know, and the thing about him is when he gets the ball in tight situations, it's just one touch, it's 10 yards, and he's away. And even if the fella catches up with him, he's that fucking confused as to what's going on. He doesn't know whether he's going to go inside, outside, directly at goal. He was phenomenal tonight.
It's not just raw pace anymore. He's adding a bit of swagger, a bit of trickery to his game.
Yeah, and there's a brain there, isn't there? There's a football.
He's not a Theo Walcott, like just run.
Somebody said during the week as well that he should have been the player Barcelona was looking at, and not Coutinho.
Yeah, we'll say fucking nothing.
Don't get him a whip there.
Edit that.
Do you know what though? I have to say there was some tempo of that game tonight from start to finish, and some intensity.
It was.
You could tell that there was a lot on the line there.
And even more than Watford, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there was a step up. There was a step up where this meant everything.
For Hoffenheim, that's the biggest game in their club's history so far. The crowd were up for it. Hoffenheim started an unbelievable pace as well, but we matched them. To be fair, we matched them.
We did match them. There's no doubt about that.
Quieting them for long periods. Even the crowd as well were very quiet. They had the dudes and the megaphones there. And
then they just went into this mad fucking clapping thing. Like that. I think it was a fucking tribute to you. Every time you turn up online, you just keep clapping like fucking some sort of seal. But we get the second. Funny enough, we're talking about Firmino and not playing an advantage, but there's a foul in the middle of the park. Wijnaldum puts his hand on it. The ball's still moving, but who fucking cares? He plays it to Firmino. He gets the ball inside for Milner, and
crosses it.
I thought he went for it, but when you watch the second time, he is crossing. It takes a nick off the defender's chest, I think, and goes into the top corner. We'll take that off fucking day.
Oh, we would, yeah. Like I think even if the defender doesn't get the flick, Salah's unmarked at the back post. He's going to nod it home. Yeah, very, very similar to his goal against Fulham.
Yeah, it was actually.
One time in history that him turning back onto his fucking right foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Paid off for us.
Yeah. But great to see him up there.
It is, and we called for it as well. You called for that substitution.
Well, I called it from the start again.
I called for it from the car outside when Carl told me what the team was.
Was that on one of your periscopes?
Periscope's amazing.
Yeah,
it's my new favourite thing.
That's it, yeah.
I'm literally going to just be Periscope.
It's like your 50-year-old uncle that just found it there during the week.
Yeah, no, I'm like your 50-year-old uncle that just realised that, like, you know,
do you know what?
Touchscreen phones, you know what I mean? They're amazing.
The internet.
Grizz has got his TV appearance as well tomorrow night, and we were saying you might need an agent, but we were saying in the podcast on Monday, armourtalent.com signed us up.
Yeah.
Came on board, marketing and PR. Jonathan wasn't on. Jonathan was saying they we're big time now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at us folks.
Yeah, and not only that, like Jonathan has this weird thing that goes on with his arm that he keeps fucking pointing and doing all that shit with it. And he's gonna end up with a repetitive strain injury. If you look at Pain Solutions, painsolutions.lim or other sponsor.
Painsolutions.lim.co.uk.
Yeah, all that stuff.
It's gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm gonna need it though.
It's painsolutions.lim.co.uk. There we go, we got it right between the two of us. Jonathan, you need to go and do some of that.
I see it's all a tactic really.
He is actually going over.
They're just going to be a guinea pig, yeah.
He's gone over. Maybe if you could arrange that for the Arsenal game, actually,
yeah, that's right.
Fantastic.
Periscope.
Yeah, Periscope, a bikini shot in the cold tub there.
Yeah.
That would be great.
1 million viewers.
Well, look, I want to go on to a few people that have gone on to us on Twitter. They have a few comments, but...
You remember the password then, did you?
Yeah, I got the password. Craig gave me about 14 passwords. It's like it's easier to get into this than the FBI.
I don't want to give up the password.
No, seriously, like I could have hacked the FBI's fucking website with the help of an American friend over there before I got into your Twitter account.
But he voted for Trump, not having that.
No, they get a goal back. In fairness, it's a decent ball. Where a little bit the line isn't right. I think Lovren's a bit deep. And because of that, you see Trent is looking for an offside because he believes he's in the right.
I don't think
he's in the right line. Yeah. He is in the right line. Lovren's just that step deep. But look, it's nitpicking for a 60-yard pass and a defender that's on this side. It's hard for him to see, but we should probably be controlling that line a bit better. But in fairness, the fella takes it down on his chest and he doesn't give Mignolet a chance to even set himself. It's in the net before, so you can't blame the keeper on that either.
I said that to Carl during the game. Like there was nothing Mignolet could do, but what was so clever about it was the fact that he didn't let Mignolet set. You could see Mignolet was still shuffling his feet across. He didn't even get a chance to plant them when the ball was gone past him. And even if he did, He wasn't saving it.
Well,
It
I'll put it
was
this way.
true as strikers you could win
If
for.
Liverpool scored that, you're just thinking, why? If the keeper even dives, you're going, what's he diving for? It's just a great goal.
It's a fantastic goal.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a sickener, but look, we got to be
It's
positive.
the ball they played all night though, just on the other side.
And they're going to do that at Anfield non-stop.
Yeah, and they didn't look to win a ball off Moreno. They just looked to pick up the scraps because they knew there was going to be scraps. But we got through it. It's a 2-1 win. You can't be anything but happy with that. Like,
over the moon, Gavin.
Over the moon, yeah. 2 away goals. They need to score probably 3 times at Anfield now because we're not. There's no way we're not scoring at Anfield. So they need to probably score 3 times to win this tie. But
will Van Dijk and Keita be available?
No, they won't. No,
they're going to wait for the group stage.
I'm not even going into that. Like, we're in Germany. I'd say the.
Keita's hopping on.
Ralph Rangnick's probably on there now.
Oh, he's on again. Yeah,
he's hanging outside.
This is the lad that he's not for sale, and he just keeps fucking showing up.
Do you know that lad you're interested in there? Yeah.
No, do you know what's
wrong? I just need a phone call.
I'll tell you what's wrong with Ralph fucking Rangnick, right? He's read the definition of 15 minutes of fucking fame, and he is dragging the fucking life out of it.
If he finds Periscope or fuck.
If he finds Periscope, yeah, but.
Please, Klopp, please sign him.
The player's not for sale, and again, he's out today, and I haven't had a conversation with Klopp, and I haven't done this and that. No one fucking cares, Ralph.
Look, let's be honest here. Keita, they've said, you're not leaving this summer. We're
80 million euro when it's done.
Will you sign a new contract? He said, no, fuck off. And they've gone, okay, they've gone Johnny Big Balls on it. They're going, no, that's fine. And he's come back and said, no, I'm leaving next summer, 45 or whatever.
48 million to Bayern Munich as it stands.
As it stands. So they're nearest competitor, which is going to just blow them out of the water.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit. Yeah. I'm going to get caught here.
It makes sense for them to sell those.
Yeah, look, from a business point of view and from a sporting point of view.
From the sporting point of view, the point you just raised about Bayern Munich coming in, like they are trying to do what Borussia Dortmund did and topple Munich.
And they're just going to bring Dortmund back into the mix. Back into the mix for pretty much contending just underneath Munich. So yeah, I still see that deal being done. I think it could drag, but he's pretty much he started the begging already, so that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not for sale. Like every fucking word is he's not for sale.
All he's missing now is
it doesn't matter. Forget Rangnick and Keita and fuck all them. 2-1 win. We're more than happy. I have a few things here I just want to go through, which is alright. A couple of people.
It's very serious, guys.
Formal, isn't it?
No, it's not formal. A couple of people. I asked for people to get involved and give us their views, so they are. So I'm going to put it to you too.
But did many people go on to the GoFundMe account for your can collection?
No, you don't need to. We're finished with the cans.
We're sponsored now, Jonathan. We're big time PR. We've got to get free cans now.
Free cans.
Yeah, but the worst thing
they'll be extra cold because through the
product placement, Jonathan.
No, the worst thing a PR company can do is give me cans. Trust me. Right, the first one is from Stuart at Soul Locked In, and his is how long before we replace Lovren? There's no way we can achieve our goals this season if he starts 25 games. What do you think?
I agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, Lovren has to be demoted to squad team. It can't be first choice because I've said many times and we've spoke many times before on and off pods. The way our shape is, we have our 2 defenders are exposed and they have to be brilliant readers of the game, which Lovren is. And he never will be a good leader. He's going to be very manly. He might even play well in a 3 with his bit of protection, but in terms of a 2 playing, he's not good enough and he will get exposed and will continue to get exposed.
Yeah, no, I think...
Slight disagreement though.
Yeah, no, I want to come to you with something slightly different on it. But my take is it's not a Lovren thing and it's not a Moreno thing, it's a collective thing. And what I mean is, them 2 are looking at each other going, we're never right, are we? And it's in the back of their mind, it's instilled in them. Do you not think Matip gets away a bit?
He does.
Lightly?
He gets away very, very lightly. He's not great aerially for someone of his size. He was pushed off the ball.
He was
too much. And to be fair, I think people are that good grace period of Matip is coming to an end. Now, look, he's not a bad footballer. I'm not trying to say that, but he's not as good as some people are making out. Bringing it back to Lovren just for a second, what I think my take on Lovren is that he hasn't got that Wanyama in front of him. He hasn't got the shield to block him, and he's too exposed, as you said, rightfully. But I think if we had that type of Wanyama in front of us, he might work in a 2. I think he'd work brilliantly in a 3. Perfect. Like myself, I think he'd work very, very well in a 3. We're never playing it. I don't see us ever playing it.
The only problem I see with him in a 3 is that he's dragged wide in the 3. It's centrally in the 3, maybe. Left or right in a 3, Lovren is a fucking disaster.
If you had a wing back, if he was left in a 3 and you had a wing back that could defend, as well when needs be.
Yeah, maybe so. But what happens with wingbacks is wingbacks push up the pitch. You get balls played in behind them, and the left centre back has to come over and deal with it. And Lovren anywhere within 10 yards of the sideline is a disaster. The trend kind of is Moreno and Lovren. I'm reading through. No, Colin Bannon at Colbano says, just be happy bringing an away win back to Anfield like old times. He's spot on.
Can't wait for the lights. I don't care what anybody says or what game it is. There's nothing better than a midweek game under the lights at Anfield.
The Champions League music there as well. Oh, how good is that going to sound?
Again on Trent, there's actually somebody here called #Lovren and Moreno out. I can't see his username, but he says great result over the moon, but Lovren and Moreno to go. We have Ben all about that Mane. Shambles from set pieces. Klopp has to take responsibility and sort it out. Lovren and Moreno again not good enough.
Is there any fucking good news?
Yeah, no. Hold on. Julie says it. Julie at Klopp Forever says Trent Alexander-Arnold was unbelievable. What a goal. Miggs was incredible.
Now
pushing out a bit now.
Well,
he was all right.
The only fault I'd find with Mignolet tonight was the goal that was actually offside. He was very badly beaten as a near post. I don't think he knew it was offside, but in fairness, he did save us 1 or 2 times.
No, he did, and I've never questioned the shot stopping. But as you said, that disallowed goal would have been soft, but it was disallowed, so it doesn't make any difference. Look, he still isn't quick enough off his line for me in regards to
compared how their keeper how quick he was off the line.
He was brilliant at
being on the 18-yard line, and it's what Karius is good at. But there's a lot that Karius hasn't been good at. But look, I think we're in this horrible position. I've said it time and time again. We've got 2 keepers. If we could combine them, we'd have a fine keeper. But
I think people overlook Ward as well.
I think maybe I think Mignolet's alright. He's not a weak link that we need to change at this second. There's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, but I still think, and I stand by it, Mignolet's first 10 games of the season will tell you exactly where he is, because he does this every season where he doesn't do it, he gets dropped, he comes back, he's brilliant, and that's not good enough in my opinion.
On keepers though, I don't want to see Danny Ward just thrown there and left. I'd like to see him either go back out on loan and get games if he's not going to be used, because it's not fair in his career.
But to be fair, what's the difference between throwing Karius and Ward in? Same age.
I'm a big fan of Danny
Ward. Has had 2 full seasons now between Aberdeen and
I don't want to see his career stalled because he's the third out of 3. I'd like to see him either, as you said, get an opportunity to be the second choice keeper playing the Carling Cup or whatever, or to go out and get that experience, because I really think that Danny Ward has a good career ahead of him. Yeah,
well, look, enough of Lovren and Moreno. I think we all agree on what we think on that. El Nino Charlatan, great name. He says delighted with the win and performance. Yeah, I'll go with that. Trent was out of his world. Kid is going to be an absolute star. So excited about him. We have to bring him back because he gets the key goal in the game for me.
Gorgeous. Love Trent.
No, the kid's going to be a superstar. He really is. And the attitude that he's shown, like I've read a good bit there in the summer that he wasn't going off partying to his party islands or whatever. He spent a lot of his time in Melwood just practicing on his game. He seemed really, really driven, which you don't see a lot of in the youth of football today.
What gets me though is huge game tonight. Huge pressure on the club. Huge financial pressure on the club. Some of our potential signings could be hung on this Champions League game. We're 1-0 up away from home, and he has the guts, the courage, and the confidence to step up in front of Emre Can, who's a senior professional. In regards to him,
we're
0-0.
Oh,
it was 0-0 at that point.
Sorry, he gets the 4.
Sorry. And that even more so, he has the courage and conviction to step up and take responsibility, and that for me speaks volumes for his character.
As Klopp said, he had the balls to take the free kick.
Yeah, I'd love to put it like that. Yeah, had the balls to take, and what a fucking free kick!
Oh, it was perfect.
It was super free kick.
Anyone that hasn't seen the goal, there's a camera angle behind the goal. And it just shows the ball starting off, and it's starting off wide the post, and it just comes in at the last minute.
Licks the post,
just licks it in, scrapes it in. It's just a perfect free kick.
Mohan at Mohan 669 38407. I think he fucking changed that just to annoy me. No, it's not like your password. This one works. We need to improve our midfield. Need more dynamic and creative players. I have to be honest with you. I asked you after about 65 minutes if Ronaldo was playing.
And how many times did you hear me shout, one ball takes out our entire midfield? Time and time again tonight.
Fair point. That's Mohan, really good point.
It is. No, it's a huge issue, and
that's where that Keita player comes into light in a game like that today.
Or do you know what? There's a lot to be said for Keita would be great, but there's a lot to be said for a Matic Wanyama type player in our midfield, because apart from the shield that he performed, we need that physicality. We need. How many times did you hear me screaming for a dirty bastard last year? Like,
you love a dirty bastard.
I do love a dirty bastard, but we do need that fella in there. Like,
a bit of snide.
And the one thing is, there's not a shortage of them in the world. There's a fair amount of them around.
Grujic did all right, I thought, when he got on. I thought he was definitely more of an effect on the game than Gini did.
Grujic, the new John Joe Shelby.
Yeah, pretty much. A bit of a headbanger, but no, he got stuck in, and I thought he did a decent, tidy cameo.
Yeah, he did, and he could be that player, but I'd like an established player at this point in time.
Look, we're still signing Keita, so it's okay.
There's one here that you mentioned earlier from Emre Can's Barber, and he says Mane is unreal. I can't believe Barca aren't after him. We're keeping that quiet.
Yeah, so on the down low, I'd like to say that Emre Can's Barber, it should be knighted for that haircut that Emre has.
He just heads it and nothing fucking happens and moves. It's ridiculous, but. Look, mostly positive stuff there on Twitter. I've gone most to the end of them. There was one there that caught me.
We have to give a shout out to Paul as well. Is it Paul? I can never remember the chap's second name. Paul Tabney or...
Oh yeah, Paul, yeah.
I've got to give a shout out to him. He's been laid up injured, listening to pod after pod after pod, and loves the stuff. Always nice, always interactive with us on Twitter.
Yeah. Is that the lad that's having a bromance with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one though? There's quite a list, isn't there?
To be fair.
No, just this fella has declared his love. I've tried to reciprocate that, but he's not responding. So
I don't like anybody giving anybody but me credit, so didn't like that bromance one little bit. So I've been trying to woo Paul ever since. Basically, I've been sending him
nudes there.
Everything. I've been doing the whole shebang, and nothing. He still loves Gav.
One last one. From Dean Ryan at Dean Ryan 89. He said we got over the line, but we're definitely at least 3 or 4 short. Bench was not good enough again tonight. We're literally just going to touch on it because we do this all the fucking time, but we've about 2 weeks ish left in the window. Looking at Watford, and I think it was a brave thing to do tonight with the lineup and staying the same, and we got the result, and it'll give great confidence going into the Palace game. But look, I'm going to go with Coutinho stays, right? We'll go with that for the moment because we can speculate over it as much as we want. If Coutinho stays and plays, how many do you think?
Two. Well, I think we need 3, but I think we can get 2.
Okay. And Jonathan?
Coutinho stays. I settle for 2.
Yeah, I'd be the same. I think it's 2, and we know who the 2 are that we're still fucking hankering after. But I think a third. You're saying 3. I think a third happens, and I think it might be an FSG kind of fuck you to everyone and go off on one and just go on a mad one.
Do you know what? My third, by the way, is a fullback.
Is it?
If we were to get a third, it's a fullback.
Okay.
And I'm not even talking about a superstar. I'm talking about a utility player. Right. Good, solid fullback that can cover both sides.
Okay, that's not bad. Well, look, we're going to leave it there. I'd like to thank everyone for looking at the periscopes earlier. It's my new favourite thing. Tweeting us. Really good. Some really good comments there tonight. I'd like to thank Jonathan. I'd like to thank Craig. Carl from Anything Liverpool that's sitting in the background here, being really quiet, and, you know, he's dead right.
If you're not already following Anything Liverpool,
get on it.
You're missed out. It's great. I rob loads of stuff off his account.
Yeah, and he's a really nice fella, so you can just rob him and he just goes, listen, don't forget about it.
On the pod, should you? That's going to be liable.
Jonathan's cousin.
That's alright because he robs it off other people. It's a big shame.
But no, Jonathan's cousin Wyatt is over from Florida as well. He had a good night.
He voted for Trump though.
He voted for Trump. No, he's my favourite. He's gone up my estimation for doing that as well because the niggle over that is great.
Lots of love for Grizz tomorrow night.
Lots of love for Grizz. He's on I don't know what the fucking program is.
Is it the XXX channels he's on?
I don't know. He's on something.
Sky Channel 489?
No, 949 or 849 or
there's just a tweet up about it and we
scroll through it. He'll be in a shirt that doesn't fit him from Asda apparently.
The price tag's still on it.
Yeah, because he's gonna bring it back.
The stickers will still be on the shoes.
Yeah, the whole fucking lot. But no, Grizz is on that. We're back on Thursday night with ARW Weekly.
I nearly forgot the name of the show.
I nearly forgot that. I'm fucking hosting it. And we actually have a post-match YouTube video that'll be going up later as well from Ravi. Ravi will be on tonight with that as well. So look, keep an eye out. Ravi. Is it Javi?
Javi's the new gentleman that's joined us.
I call him Ravi.
Guys, look out for this video because Javi is a really lovely guy. Bubbly, loves Liverpool Football Club from South Africa. You'll love him when you watch him. You're really psyched to him.
Yeah, if you're in a bad mood, watch him because he
Well, if you're in a bad mood after that game, go fuck yourself.
No, because you get people that are in bad moods anyway. You know how Liverpool fans work. But no, keep an eye out for that. It'll be on YouTube. ARW Weekly on Thursday. I'd like to thank the lads. It's been a good night. 2-1 to the Reds. We move on to Palace and more importantly next Wednesday. See you next week. Up the Reds.